Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got the quarterfinal between Aryna Sabalenka and Mirra Andreeva. We're going to get started real soon. Match getting started up underway with Sabalenka serving first, taking on the youngster. They've played twice before, both times in Madrid, which is much quicker. And it's much more high altitude. The conditions suit Sabalenka so much. These conditions, I feel like Mirra might enjoy it a little bit more. First Grand Slam quarterfinal, and let's see how it goes. Starting off not too strong with a double fault there. 1 second, let me change things up here. Trying to improve the quality coming with my camera so that I'm looking a little bit better. Hopefully. All right, cool. That should be good. How's everybody doing? My prediction is Sabalenka in straight sets, but much closer than their Madrid matches. Maybe even one set goes to a tiebreaker. That's my prediction. 2 close sets. Forehand in the ground from Andreeva. This is more than anything is kind of a test to see where Andreeva is at in her game. I think it is mostly the consensus that she is a player that is very much a work in progress and has a lot of potential down the road. We'll see if she fulfills it, but right now is a very good kind of litmus test to see where she's at really in her game. She misses that out, so it is 30-15 for Sabalenka. Hello, Frank. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that stuff. Hello, Matt, as well. Was shocked Elena lost that. Really wanted to see the top 4 seeds in the semis. Exactly. We haven't seen that since, I don't remember, either the 80s or the 90s, something like that. We haven't seen that this whole millennium so far. So we haven't seen that this century. The top 4 seeds in the women's side at Roland Garros, all in the semis. Happy for Paolini because what a rise to the top she's had. Kind of proving that her Dubai victory wasn't just a flash in the pan, you know. Serve from Sabalenka. It's another double fault, well wide on that deuce side. Needs to get over those yips on the double faults. But yeah, I made my prediction for this match yesterday during the Sinner Dimitrov call, and at first, my first initial prediction was Sabalenka in 3 sets. I was going to give Mirra a set, but then I just started thinking about it, and Sabalenka has been so good in quarterfinals, and she has been so good in this tournament. So, I mean, beating Emma Navarro, I think like 6-2, 6-3. So I think Sabalenka, she hits a big forehand inside in for a winner, 1-0. But it's going to be very exciting to see if Mirra can make it closer than their Madrid matches. Definitely some of the most exciting things come out of the most exciting players from the younger side of the conversation. I mean, she only just turned 17, got so much time to keep improving. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Everybody's got their own journey, but it's exciting. Hope Coco wins this now, but I'm not holding my breath. It would be amazing. It would be awesome. I thought she was gonna be a big contender on clay. I'm going Saba in 3. Okay. Let's see. Do you relate to Todd Hill? Probably not. Hello, KC. Serve here from Andreeva. Forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva down the line. Backhand slice Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva. That goes out. Love 15. Quick start here for Aryna. Yeah, Paolini just with the upset over Rybakina. Disappointing for Rybakina, honestly. But I think she'll like her chances on grass court better anyway, to be fair. I do feel, well, I don't know. I mean, she won Stuttgart and she's played well on clay. But yeah, I feel like grass for Rybakina is definitely, she'll be happy to move on to the grass courts. Serve here from Mirra. Chase down the tee. Very good. Her serve is one of the places where I feel she can still see a lot of improvements. So let's see how far along she is in that serve. From the back of the court, I think she's already fantastic. She's already top level. In terms of her backhand is phenomenal. Her forehand's great. And they're probably only going to get better and better, but I completely jinxed her as she misses a backhand into the net. Only have myself to blame. Hey, what's up, Cedric? How's it going? Don't think Coco can beat Iga on her favorite surface. No, I don't think so either. But I do think I don't know. I just have a feeling about Coco at the Olympics playing for this for the States. I just think maybe a second chance at Roland Garros, she could perform well. I mean, she wasn't really playing for the U.S. in the North American hardcourt swing, but she had the whole crowd behind her, and she'll be having the U.S. fans behind her at the Olympics. We'll see. Back and down line, very good from Mirra. Waits for Sabalenka to move, and then she hits it. That's something that wouldn't have happened in Madrid, probably. That would be much tougher to pull off in Madrid, but in this clay court, you have so much time. They've only played in Madrid. Wasn't a great drop shot from Aryna, to be honest. But Mirra with a great move and great vision to hit that down the line. Now serve coming here from Mirra Andreeva. Into the net. Second serve. That's the let. It's been so tough for me to stream WTA matches because they're all so freaking dang early. But happy to be doing this one. Backhand down the middle, forehand to Sabalenka, forehand of Mirra. Smash Sabalenka, backhand of Mirra. That's going to go out. Deuce. Sabalenka tried to make a statement here early. Let's see if she can. Iga is on fire after Osaka match. Yeah, she is. She's on something for sure. I mean, what's the most amount of games she's lost in a set since that Osaka match? 1 point away from being out of the tournament against an absolutely on fire Naomi Osaka, and then she managed to come back somehow. And since then, yeah, it's been all Iga. Forehand Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva. Very passive and defensive. She kind of pancaked that up just for Sabalenka to kind of eat it up. And that's exactly what she did. Advantage Sabalenka, her first break point in the match. By the way, Sabalenka's so good at running around returns and hitting forehands. I mean, that serve was quite clearly to the backhand, and she just nothing, just ran around it, and the ball was already quite close to her, but she managed to hit this screamer forehand. Just positions herself so well by just kind of her footwork and moving her legs in the right way, and again and just a lot of skill to be able to hit a forehand like that. Huge. And it's 2-0 for Sabalenka, who steps up when she needs to with two huge forehand returns running around that backhand. Another double fault. What is happening right now? I mean, both players, we just aren't playing out rallies because everyone's double faulting. We've had 6 double faults in the match so far. That's actually crazy. Three break points coming. Backhand down the middle, forehand Sabalenka. It's the tape. Andreeva runs. She can't get there. Lucky from Sabalenka. She hits the net court. 3-1. She needs that luck because on the serve, it's just not working. So, okay, hold up. So double faults. That was her second of the game. So this is two, it should be 2. 6 double faults. And we've played 23 points. So over a quarter of the points have been double faults. I mean, come on, man. Backhand, inside out, forehand of Andreeva, back into Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva. Squash shot of Sabalenka, backhand to the forehand slice of Sabalenka. She smash from Andreeva, which Sabalenka doesn't get to. Could it be another break? Could it be another break? A break fest to start off here. I forgot it's not morning in France. Absolute break fest to start off. Love 15. Serve from Sabalenka. First serve hits the tape and goes out. Second serve coming here from Aryna. Kick serve, backhand of Mirra. That goes out. 15 all. Didn't even know Iga was on last time and she had already won. Yeah. I think it's a shame that if Coco plays the Olympics, she'll lose a lot of ranking points because Washington is going on that week. WTA should really do something about that. Yeah, I agree. The schedule is crazy. WTA schedule is nuts. It needs to be changed. The Washington thing was the first thing that popped into my mind when I saw the schedule. It was just, or that popped out to me. It was like, just a shame. It's just a shame. Serve here from Saba. Kick serve, backhand of Mirra, backhand to Sabalenka. The backhand of Mirra, backhand slice of Sabalenka. Backhand of Mirra, forehand to Sabalenka. The forehand of Mirra, backhand cross court. Andreeva's there with a drop shot. Very crafty and very good. Mirra doing well to build out the point, find the angles, and then find the open court with the drop shot. Pulled Sabalenka way out into that backhand corner with a tough shot, too, with the forehand kind of inside out. And then it wasn't an easy drop shot to hit. She was still kind of moving into it. And she just kind of stopped and dropped and hit that drop shot. So Sabalenka to serve. It's in the net. Second serve here from Sabalenka. Backhand of Mirra, forehand of Sabalenka. Inside out, backhand Mirra gets it just before a double bounce. Backhand Sabalenka easy down the line. So good at redirecting the ball. We're talking about the women's tennis in the earlier stream. Crowd was full for a boxing match. I think it's because the match started at 2:15 p.m. Bummer about Djokovic, but it helped WTA. Yeah. True. I lost sound. I think it is on your end. Okay, yeah. Hopefully I got it back. I think I accidentally muted myself. Hopefully, wait, can nobody hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Backhand lob, backhand. Saligant's in the net. A break point for Mirra coming here. Let's see if she can pull through here. It would be great to have another kind of Steffi Graf situation with a Mirra Andreeva type. I don't know how likely it is, but if anybody's going to do it, I would expect it to be Andreeva. I don't think many people disagree with me in that regard. That if it's going to be anybody, it would be her, but it is maybe unlikely. We'll see. I'm a neutral fan. Maybe Andreeva's upset Saba. Maybe. Just me. I can't hear Anthony. No, a few people are having that issue. Yeah, apologies for that. Why are they allowing juniors playing the big girls game? Paulina looks 12 to me. She is a short. She is very small. Backhand cross court is very good. Back to do. She's very small. No, on Kazakina's vlog, what the vlog? I remember they interviewed Paulini, and she just appears so like small and just childlike. Um, yeah. But no, I mean she's great. I remember watching her against Caroline Garcia last year in where was it? In one of the like Lyon or something. Some tournament early on in the year, like a 250. And it was very close. It was straight sets, but it was very close, like 7-5, 7-5. I was like, it was the first time I'd seen her. She was like barely inside top 100. Great point here, though, by the way. It's in the smash in the nets. Mirra deserved it, though, with some great top tier defense. She had a backhand lob, but she played great, and I was like, wow, this person's flashy. She fought well in the match, and I was like, I think I'll root for her in the future. She kind of won me over. I thought she seemed cool, and yeah, I kind of watched a few more matches of her last year, and yeah, and then she broke through, so it was amazing. Very steady rise over the last couple of years. Now in the top 10, which is really, I think, surprising to most casual tennis fans. Surprising to me. So good for her. But I think the consistency at the top of the top 10 right now allows some people to break through at the bottom of the top 10 because it's not as consistent at past the top 4 spots at the moment. That goes out from Sabalenka. We've got a match in our hands. It's 3-2. Lots of breaks so far. Lots of breaks so far. Another one there. Now Andreeva looks 12 to me. I mean, yeah, basically is. The likes to see Anthony in his carrot costume Friday. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Wait, so when is that Sinner Akras match? Is that Friday? Or is that tomorrow? Yeah, Sinner Akras is Friday. Okay. Yeah. I'd love to commentate it, but we'll see what all happens. So tomorrow is what, women's semis? Yeah, tomorrow's women's semifinals, then Friday's men's semifinals. Okay. Cool. So it'll be Jasmine Paolini versus whoever wins this, whether that's Mirra or Aryna. That could be a great match. I mean, listen, an opportunity for Andreeva to really have a run here if she does get through this one. Because Jasmine Paolini, I mean, if Mirra could beat Sabalenka, she could beat Paolini, but that's just a hypothetical. Sabalenka is the big favorite, but the draw is open for either of these players. Sabalenka could reach a first Roland Garros final. Paolini could also make the final, but it's a good opportunity. There's no doubt about it. It's another double fault from Mirra. It's a poor way to start that game. Just saw where Alpoca's makers return Newport 2022 after 2 year absence. Haven't heard that name in a while. I mean, good. I mean, I thought the guy was going to be so good. I thought he was going to be top 10 because the guy moved well for his height. He was hitting aces like crazy. He had a decent enough, or at least potential to improve his game from the back of the court. But it just didn't work out at all. So, don't know. Sabalenka misses a forehand well wide. Serve from Mirra. Goes out. Sabalenka on the return. Mirra to serve. Kick serve. Backhand of Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva. Cross court. Backhand slice of Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva. That's a great drop shot. I feel like Sabalenka should have run to it, though. It's great disguise from Mirra, but there's a lot of time for Serena to get there. Serena taking a lot of time here on Mirra serve, to be honest. Switching up rackets. New racket for Sabalenka. Serve coming here from Mirra. Kick serve, backhand of Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva, the forehand of Sabalenka, cross court, forehand of Mirra. The backhand of Sabalenka, cross court. Mirra gets it with a lob. It's on the baseline. Forehand, very short on the court, strain, drop shot. Aryna checking out that mark at the back of the court. Umpire is down. It's called good. Aryna is contesting the call. It is in. It's on the line. It's pretty far. It's actually very in. I'm kind of surprised Aryna was contesting that. I mean, it wasn't inside the court or anything, but it caught a pretty good part of the line. Surprised Aryna stopped in the way that she did. It was an awkward shot. There's a lot of height on it before it dropped, just barely in. That one goes out. Another kind of lob from Mirra on defense. You should do well on fast grass. Yeah, for sure. In July, my bad. No, you're good. Yeah. Paolini is older than you, Lexi. How old is Paolini? I actually have no idea. 28, 28. Okay. That's older than I thought she was. I didn't realize she was 28. I thought she was younger. That's crazy. Serve here from Sabalenka. Forehand of Mirra. That goes out. So 15 left for Sabalenka. 27 minutes played. We're all tied up at 3-3. It is closer so far than it has been in Madrid for the most part. I mean, it's been a very close start. In Madrid, Sabalenka's always started off almost every set just breaking Mirra. Hasn't happened yet. Or at least we're on serve. It has happened, but we're on serve. Sabalenka misses the forehand. Definitely not playing at her best. It's harder to hit through Mirra and her great defense on this court than it is on in Madrid. So she might be pushing a little bit to really get it done. Serve from Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva. Back in Sabalenka. That goes out. 15-30. 15-30. A chance for Mirra Andreeva here. Listen, we just had a crazy upset with Paolini. I mean, not a crazy upset, but a pretty big upset with Paolini taking out Rybakina. So, I mean, this one would even be miles crazier. But man, does the draw just become so wide open on the bottom half? When everybody was talking about the fact that, oh, we have the top getting through. Well, not so fast. But let's see. Still early. Forehand cross court. Forehand Andreeva just crosses the net. Forehand Sabalenka backing of Andreeva's drop shot. Forehand Sabalenka cross court. Andreeva's there. Oh, that is a crazy shot. 15-40. I knew this girl was special when I saw her play in Madrid. I mean, there are a few people who I've watched early on, and I was just like, I think they're going to win Grand Slams and be world number one. One of those was Mirra Andreeva. Another one was Sinner. When I watched him play kind of early on it, when he came to the ATP Tour, kind of late in Challengers, I was like, yeah, this kid's special. Especially after that French Open run, he really opened my eyes. I was like, yeah, this guy is something special. But that goes out from Mirra 30-40. And Mirra is another one of those. When I saw her play at Madrid, automatically I was like, yeah, she's different. And she's different potentially in a way that could be historic. We'll see. But either way, to be in a quarterfinal is already fantastic. Um, serve, backhand of Andreeva, cross court, backhand Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva down the line, forehand of Sabalenka, just cross the net. Forehand Andreeva is fantastic. Forehand slice. Oh, is that that's called good? Sabalenka misses it anyway. Mirra Andreeva is about to serve at 4-3 in this first set. Sabalenka looking very worried out there. Also hunched over for a little bit. It seems like I think she's okay, but I don't think that I don't know if there's some physical issue here. It doesn't seem like it. Well, maybe. I don't know. There might be a physical issue here. I hope not. Oh, there is a physical issue. There's definitely a physical issue. Aryna is very like grimacing here. Looks like a stomach issue of some kind, if that is what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it wrong, but 28, she does look young. Yeah, very youthful energy. Whereas Ghost at, that was lively during the Rabakina match. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. Coco was 15 playing Wemby. Yeah, she beat Venus in the first round. Huge for her. What? Pauli's 28? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I may get my prediction right. Mirra winning a set after all. Yeah, you could. Absolutely. I should have stuck with my initial prediction, but I went with Mirra in two close sets. Almayo, Saba, something like that. Mirra's got Saba mentally, I think. Yeah, it seems like Mirra actually has a chance of this match. Absolutely. I did think she's going to like this way better than Madrid. Quite clearly, Mirra. Seems like Physio is talking to Sabalenka about something. Let's see what's going on here. Could this be cramps? Person talking to Sabalenka says he's coming. I think there's going to be maybe a medical timeout here. Yeah, there is going to be something. Guy is out on the court for Sabalenka. Wow. By the way, the big news of this is that Jasmine Paolini is in the semis, right? And Jasmine Paolini is a fantastic player now, top 10 player, Dubai champion, fights so well in matches, and we know she's very good. But, I mean, that's more of an opportunity than, say, if it was Swiatek or Coco in the semis. So, I mean, this really opens up a possibility for a crazy run here from either. I mean, even Paolini to make the final would be a big moment, but particularly for Mirra. I mean, she'd be the youngest Grand Slam finalist in a long time. I do hope that it doesn't come out of Sabalenka being injured, though. Mirra doing all the right things, just jumping at the back of the court, practicing her swings, staying in the groove of things. That's exactly what we want to do. I did not think it could affect Saba knowing Reba's not waiting for her. I did think it could affect Saba knowing Reba's not waiting for her in the semis. Yeah, potentially makes her nervous because she's like, wow, I'm straight. Or she could think in the back of her mind, like, this is a really good chance now to make the final. And yeah, Rockets going down smoke today. Exactly. I also didn't expect Saba to have physical issues. It can't be hot in Paris. No, it hasn't been. Although Novak was complaining that it was kind of a dry heat when he was out on the court, but I don't know exactly what the temperatures are. Well, it's currently 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which, yeah, it's not hot necessarily, but that's pretty warm. And the sun is out. Seems pretty humid as well, from what I'm seeing here, so something. First serve misses from Andreeva. Second serve here. Backhand of Sabalenka, the backhand of Andreeva, forehand of Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka chipped. Backhand slice. That's in the net. Drop shot from Mirra. 35 minutes played so far. Andreeva with the lead. We'll keep an eye on Sabalenka, how she's moving. Kick serve, backhand of Aryna, backhand of Mirra, down the line, forehand of Aryna, backhand of Mirra, cross court, backhand slice of Sabalenka. That goes out again. So 40-15 for Mirra Andreeva. At least a chance to take a set here. Have Paolini and Mirra played before? It's kind of my question here. They have played. And Andreeva won on clay. It was in Madrid this year. I don't remember that. That's who she beat to get to that. I didn't watch that one. I guess I mildly remember that now. She beat somebody even better. I think Vondrousova earlier in that tournament. And yeah, then I guess that's the seed who she beat right after. Yeah, she beat Paolini in straight sets in Madrid. That is a great sign. Wow. I mean, this is opening up for Mirra Andreeva here. It's actually really exciting. I mean, if she reaches the final, what does Mirra's ranking go up to? At having just turned 17, potentially she could be at what would that be? At least like top 15, top 16 in the world, Mirra, if not higher than that. So that would be incredibly exciting for the women's game. That goes out from Sabalenka. Sorry, that goes. What did I say? It's a great forehand from Sabalenka. So 15 love. The Andreeva and Paolini run reminded me of Layla and Emma. Yeah, it kind of is like that if we get that semifinal out of nowhere. Some great hitting from Sabalenka, at least to get to 5-4. Make Andreeva have to serve this out. I do feel like of all the shots Andreeva has at this point, I feel like the serve is one of the things that's lacking more than other stuff in her game, although she's very complete for her age. But that's one of the things lacking the most. Smash put away from Sabalenka, very good. She's got the height, the athleticism. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like on clay, that might be why partially Mirra's having her best results on clay. I think she can have great results on all of the surfaces. One of the things that, you know, I'm most excited about her with. I mean, when I look at young players, that's one of the things I look at the most. Surface versatility, it shows a lot of talent as well to be able to a lot of tools in your disposal to be able to be good across all the surfaces, you know. And that's why that's why Sinner and Alcaraz are as exciting as they are. They're from such a young age, they're so good on all the surfaces. Same thing for Mirra, but the serve doesn't have to be as impenetrable on clay. And yeah, I mean, she's still working at it. Let's see if she can serve it out. Sabalenka adds a double fault. Well wide. Wasn't even close. It's so strange sometimes with Sabalenka when this starts happening because it just is it is it a nervy mental thing? She's spoken about it before. I think it's just like mental, and it's really weird. But she has one of the best serves in the women's game, but not when it's like this. Forehand cross court, forehand of Andreeva's a lob. Smash Sabalenka, that's too good. A lot of pace on that smash, a lot of frustration. 5-4. 5-4 as we change ends. Yeah, my bad. Hopefully it's looking better now. Get that next time. Stop feeling ill. Hope she feels better soon. Yeah, exactly. I think Novak just played 5 setters, which makes you hot. That's fair too. Oh man, Anthony stops. She makes the final letter win the set first. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Did you draw names out of a hat for who covers Sphere of later? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to later to do that. I'm not sure if I'm not sure we're going to be doing with that, but not sure. Andreeva about to serve for the set. Serve Andreeva, that goes out, second serve. Kick serve, forehand of Sabalenka, inside out, very good. Ferocious forehand, fearless, fearsome, and flying through the court. Couldn't have asked for a better first point, and that's why I said the serve of Andreeva is still a little bit attackable, and Sabalenka's been doing a little bit of that. Backhand of Andreeva, down the line, forehand of Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva. Oh, she missed it down the line as well. I mean, this isn't really a tennis match as much as it is a learning experience for Mirra. If it can be a learning experience that comes out as a win, that'd be a plus. But let's see. First serve in the net. It's very, very slow as well, the first serve. 156 kilometers an hour. Just stays in the serve. Actually, forehand down the line, backhand slice of Sabalenka. Back into Mirra, backhand of Sabalenka down the line. That goes out. 15-30. 15-30. Second serve. Very slow again, just at 135 kilometers an hour, but forehand inside out, the backhand of Sabalenka, backhand slice of Mirra. Drop shot, Sabalenka puts it away. And you can see a little bit of nerves and tightness coming into play for Mirra, and that's all it takes as Sabalenka pummels it. I mean, but I'm just looking at Mirra in the background as they're showing Sabalenka, and she's just right. I mean, she's so locked in, just right back to work. I just feel like Mirra's so good. She kind of has that Alcaraz thing if she's just, and kind of that, I mean, just like all of the great like players, like they're just learning from these matches. It just seems like she's not. I've always felt this when I'm watching her. It doesn't feel like she's that worried about losing. She doesn't want to lose, but she's more worried about not learning anything from these matches, and that's kind of what you want. But she misses that backhand out, and it's 5-5. Let's see who pulls out this first set. Sabalenka is one of the toughest to finish off in the women's game. I mean, probably the second toughest, you would say, after Swiatek. Quite clearly. Coco is up there as well, to be honest. All right, 5-5. Here's Sabalenka to serve. Serve out wide, forehand chip. Sabalenka, redrop. That's really good. Very good. Stays low as she slices it. I prefer burn my proverbial name, the proverbial hat. So close. Mirrors this thing. Yeah, you've got to be 100% attack versus Saba, but then you can't make every ball a non-attack. Yeah, exactly. That's true. The reason why she's top 2 in the world for like 3 years now. Yep. I agree. It's called out there at the baseline. Even Aryna doesn't seem fully sure. It's called good, actually. I mean, when Aryna looked that unsure of it as well, and the call was going to go her way, then you felt like maybe something was off. You're asking the umpire maybe if it's a replay the point or if it's her point. But they're going to replay. First serve goes out from Sabalenka. Second serve coming here from Saba. Backhand down the line. Forehand of Sabalenka. Cross court. Forehand of Mirra. Now it's a backhand way up high. Smash. Sabalenka sliced. A little kind of a slice smash. Backhand cross court now. Mirra with the drop shot. Sabalenka pummels it. Sabalenka really feeling it though, which is not a good sign for Aryna. Whatever Aryna is dealing with, it is really an issue. She's in a little bit of pain here. Clearly, even now grimacing, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. I feel for her, honestly. She's trying to fight through it. She's at 30 love. Serve here from Sabalenka. The backhand of Mirra. That's on the baseline. Backhand Mirra across court. Very good. 30-15. She is playing aggressive. It's a very good thing from Mirra. I like both players. I don't know who I cheered for. Maybe Sabalenka. She probably has a better chance competing versus Swiatek. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I will say though, Mirra is the kind of player who we just have no idea what she's made of yet. So I do think Sabalenka would have a better chance. I'm not I can say something that goofy, but I will say that I mean, even a Swiatek Andreeva final would be exciting because we're probably going to see that matchup a whole lot of times in the future. For the women's game, for my money, I would actually say Andreeva versus Swiatek could be the best potential final, even though it would be more one-sided than Swiatek Sabalenka. But yeah, I don't know. I do like both as well. Sabalenka's at 6'5". Andreeva at the sit down. Some stinky drop shots come from Mirra. She's getting more nervous. Yeah. They haven't been very good. They've barely been drop shots, more like slices landing at the service line. Paolini goat double breadstick versus Swiatek. Absolutely. Swiatek ain't seen nothing yet. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, what Swiatek lose 10 points? She's gonna lose 9 points versus Swiatek in the final. What's up with all these injuries? Well, I mean, probably the 2-week Masters back to back across multiple countries in different conditions, just right back to back with each other on physical clay, especially just I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. All of these 2-week Masters, especially for the WTA, they had so many even before the clay, they were having 2-week Masters. So that's probably what it is, to be honest, for my money. I don't think it pairs well physically for the players. For seeing injuries, I would be much quicker to blame that than anything else. Way to Saba have a lot of physical timeouts. Yeah, I mean, she was talking to a physio earlier who was out. That's a great backhand down the line from Mirra. Those are the kind of winners she's got to be able to hit on the court, and that's a great shot. Let's just see if she can maintain that as well. But Sabalenka is just not going to be potentially. We'll see if she's moving to her 100% to even get those shots. She's looking a little bit better now, which is good. Serve goes out long. Second serve from Mirra. It's another double fault. Another double fault. Some gifts here from both players. We've had 9 total double faults. 4 for Andreeva and 5 for Sabalenka. We're not even done with the first set, but 9 double faults. That's kind of crazy. First serve in the net. Backhand of Sabalenka, the backhand of Andreeva, backhand of Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka, forehand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva, inside out, forehand Sabalenka, cross score is a great angle. Oh, wow, that is splendid. That is special from the Russian. Mirra with a killer shot, cross scored off the forehand. That was a great angle from Aryna initially. And it's Mirra just sliding into it is a perfect forehand cross court. I was talking about the serve and everything like that being why Mirra's so good on clay, but I mean, listen, it's a shot like that that shows that she's really got a knack for the surface. Back in Sabalenka, another drop shot. Sabalenka gets there though. Oh, into the open court, a swing volley. Smart play from Andreeva. I mean, she just looks like she's double her age. Like she's been doing this for what since she looks like she she looks like freaking Venus out there. It's freaking crazy. Looks like she's already won whatever. Just very level headed on the court. And that was a great shot. Serve now. First serve is out. It's like Carlos too. It's so wild. But I mean, we had that back in the day. We just didn't have it for a while. We had it with Rafa. Backhand down the line, forehand to Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva. Backhand to Sabalenka. Cross court. The backhand of Andreeva is a slice. Backhand to Sabalenka down the line is very good. So 40-30 here. Says possible brothers playing doubles now versus like the douchiest French player I've ever seen. I wish them safety with the crowd. Yeah. Jeez. They took out the Dodig and Krychek or whatever earlier, which surprised me. Because they had like a 15-match losing streak before or whatever. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how Tsitsipas does in doubles now that that's his only focus. Lob whip high, forehand to Sabalenka. Ouch, completely missed it. Miss it. All right, let me know in the chat. What do you think is going to be the score in this tiebreaker? And who's going to win it? Sabalenka is looking better to me now physically. And I did say that it was going to be 2 close sets in the tiebreaker for Sabalenka. I'm actually torn. I'm torn between what I'm feeling now watching the match and what I was thinking before the match started. I'm going to go with Sabalenka. Sabalenka also both of them very solid tiebreaker records. Andreeva for the year 2-0. Sabalenka 7-2. I'm going to go Sabalenka. I'm going to say 7-4 Sabalenka. No, 7-5. 7-5 Sabalenka. Forehand slice. The forehand to Sabalenka down the line. On the line, back and lob. Smash Sabalenka. Oh, what an overhead. That is impressive. That is an impressive overhead from the back of the court. Just unreturnable. That was an absolute unreturnable. I mean, even if Mirra guessed early, I don't know if she was going to get to that. 1-0 for Sabalenka. Let me know what do you think the score is going to be here. Probably 7-5 Saba. All right, same thing then. Andreeva 8-6. Okay. All right, Matt, big call. You did call a set for Andreeva. Been very close. And Andreeva has played really well, so you can take nothing away from her with how she's playing this set. Serve down the tee goes out. Second serve here for Mirra. That's a double fault. So many double faults from Andreeva. She knows it too. 2-1 for Sabalenka here. 2-1 for Sabalenka. Somebody saying aggressive defense. I don't know whose box it was in, but I'm gonna guess Mirra. But quite clearly heard somebody say in English aggressive defense. That's not a bad coaching Strategy there. That's a backhand down the line winner from Andreeva, 2-2. This is a great moment in this tournament. Youngster taking on the former world number 1 last year, Sabalenka. Sabalenka, by the way, she's got a semifinal streak on the line in this match. She has not lost before the semifinals of a major since 2022 Roland Garros, where she took the first set in the third round versus Camila Giorgi, then lost the next 2 sets in a bagel and a breadstick. I've been tracking that stat for a while. She wasn't able to play Wimbledon due to the no Russian, Belarusian rule. But then starting from 2022 US Open, she has reached 6 consecutive major semifinals. She reaches this one. This is probably her worst surface. So she reaches this one. There's a very good chance for her to keep the streak alive and still going. Unbelievable kind of stat there. I mean, 6 is already pretty crazy and rarely done. Kick square back into Sabalenka, back end of Andreeva down the line. Backhand inside out, forehand of Andreeva chip, the backhand of Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva, that's in the net. Sabalenka's at 4-2 now with a lead in this one. How we feeling? Do we think Sabalenka might run away with the set now? Kind of looking like it. 7-4 Saba, okay. That was what I initially had thought. Don't know if they've played yet, but the guy who played tennis for the local and university here is in the quarterfinals of double. Sander Gil made the finals last year. Yeah, you've mentioned him before, man. That's really cool. Hey, what's up, MJ? Watching from Chipotle. Shout out Chipotle. Back and slice, the back and pass to Sabalenka. Back and volley. Sabalenka runs, but she can't get there. Still some really good play from Andreeva, but if Sabalenka holds both of these points, then she's at 6-3. That's just the cruelty of a tiebreaker. We down a mini break at any point, kind of past 3-2, past 2-2, it's dangerous in a tiebreaker. And suddenly the tiebreaker can be close to over before you know it. Serve coming here from Sabalenka. Mirra stepping in a little bit closer for the return. Serve down T, forehand. Chip returns on the baseline. It's a great return. Backhand. Inside out, forehand to Sabalenka down the line. Backhand of Mirra. Backhand rally. Backhand down the line. Forehand of Sabalenka. Chip. Backhand of Mirra. Backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand drop shot. Mirra. Forehand cross court. Very good from Aryna Sabalenka. She's got her hands on her knees, running a lot. Mirra's making her run, but we'll keep an eye on Aryna's physical issue, but it is 5-3 for Sabalenka. Clearly in some pain as she's playing this match, but she's at 5-3. The drop shot's been very poor from Mirra, though, towards the tail end of this set. Ever since she started serving for the match, ever since she served for the match at 5-4, it's been some poor drop shots from her. Sabalenka at the line started out coughing a bit. She's really not feeling great, it seems. She's at 5-3. Serve here, Sabalenka. Serve down the tee, that goes out. Second serve, really taking her time here. Aryna is not well, it seems. Serve from Aryna. Colette. It's going to be good for Aryna. It takes a little bit more time here. But not if she doubles or anything. I mean, she needs to make sure she gets a good solid serve in here as well. Backhand of Mirra. Oh, what a fantastic return. She's had a few gems like that, Mirra. I mean, regardless of the result in this match, I mean, the fact that, like, this girl was like what 16 like 2 months ago, like right before Madrid, and now she's playing like this against the world number 2. This is the kind of stuff you want to see with players coming up. I mean, the potential is so strong as she keeps improving to be an absolutely dominant force. We'll see if that's the case, but either way, potential strong. We'll see what she can do right here, right now. Forehand chip. Sabalenka backhand swing volley. Oh, she just made it. It was close though. Big roar from Sabalenka. 6-4. She barely made that though. I think that was rather close from my perspective, but she did get it. 4-6 here. Andreeva serving. See what Sabalenka can do here at 4-6. 2 set points. First one's on Andreeva serve. She misses the first serve. First serve has been very weak so far from Andreeva. It's been the one weak point. Come on, why are people yelling in the crowd right as Andreeva's going to serve? Serve here from Andreeva. Forehand down the line, backhand of Andreeva. Backhand Sabalenka cross court, backhand of Andreeva down the. Oh, that is just special from Mirra Andreeva. 6-5. The backhand is something else from Mirra. The backhand is something else from Mirra. And she's had some great aggressive shots through the court as well. I mean, this has just been awesome. What'd they say? Defensive offense or offensive defense? That was offensive defense. Offense on defense. Sabalenka serve here now at 6-5. Set point number 2. First serve is out. It wasn't going to be a particularly strong one either, to be honest. Second serve here. This would be a heartbreaker for Andreeva to lose, seeing how well she's played. Big serve, forehand of Andreeva. Backhand Sabalenka down the line. Forehand of Andreeva defending. Forehand Sabalenka. It's a drop shot. Mirra gets it. Flick goes out though. What an absolute marvelous set of tennis. Sabalenka, the fighter of fighters, the more experienced. Andreeva served for it, but her serve and just a few of her shots just let her down, especially at that 5-4 game. Sabalenka asking for something of the umpire. Mirra walking off court. 62 minutes of great tennis. Mirra played a fantastic set, but Sabalenka, world number 2 for a reason. Trying to keep that semifinal streak alive. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Quality Shot Tennis if you are new. What's up, Ghost? In here? Andreeva reminds me of Graf more than Iga does. I mean, she is very Steffi-like. I agree. I mean, for myself, too. She's very reminiscent of Graf. Drop shots are like my drop shots. I feel that. I feel that big time. I'll be playing 3 hours of tennis later. I assure you that my drop shots are going to be even worse. Dancing Queen, only 17. Well, it shows the worst cover of Dancing Queen ever. It shows that she has so much potential down the road, Mirra. So even though she lost, but it's going to be very disappointing. I mean, look at that. I mean, the first serve is really what let Mirra down. The serve overall, but 38% first serves in. I didn't realize it was this low. 38% first serves in, 53% first serve points won, 44% second serve points won. That's just not going to cut it. Aside from that, Mirra played absolutely phenomenal, but the serve being like it was, especially towards the tail end of the set after she served for it, it was never going to be good enough. It was never going to be good enough for Mirra. Zverev and Demon are playing today, right? Yeah, Zverev and Demon later on today. They're 1-1 for the season. That both matches that they played have been very close. Demon got the win over Zverev at United Cup, but Zverev got the revenge win later on. But yeah, Mirra has a very, very kind of Steffi-like aura about her. I don't know if she's going to do anything. Who knows if she's even going to win a slam, you know? But the potential seems rather big, and it's quite clear in that set, I think. The serve needs a lot of improvement, though. But everybody's got their thing. I mean, Coco is the forehand, really. And for Mirra, it's the serve. No, I like Demi, but I feel like Z will take that match. Yep. Yeah, I think Zverev will win as well. Demonor playing better on clay than I think a lot of people expect, including myself. But I would also wager for Zverev to win that one. He'll get a lot of confidence from winning 2 5-setters back to back, Zverev. So we'll see what Demonor has for him. I'd love to see Demonor do something, but I think Zverev wins it. I'm basically getting out of the house because I don't want to be bothered by my parents. I sometimes go to the library, but they are not until 9 a.m. The Rabakna match started at 8:15. Yeah, I've watched tennis at the library. It is always good. Um, yeah, it's nice to watch tennis out. I always like when I'm at a restaurant there and they're showing tennis, or I ask them to turn the channel to tennis, and they're able to. Backhand, great defense from Sabalenka. Backhand's in the net. The level's been high though. I mean, I know I was sharing Mirra's serving stats. I know Sabalenka's not 100% at all, but the level's been high, especially towards the end of that set. I mean, to see how well Mirra was playing towards the tail end of that set and see Sabalenka still pull through, quite clear the level is quite high there. So, serve here from Mirra and the forehand to Sabalenka. That's a crazy return. Love 30. Love 30. Sabalenka just going to run away with it now. My prediction at the start of the match was a 2 sets of tennis, much closer, including a tiebreak. So we'll see. It's could come to a fruition here. Sabalenka would like her chances versus Paolini too. It would be awesome to see Sabalenka reach a slam final outside of Australia and the U.S. Open as well. A slam final outside of hard courts. Be kind of crazy if she does it on clay before grass, but she almost did that last year. She should have done that last year against Mukova when she served for the match at 5-2 or 5-3. Serve from Andreeva goes out. Second serve coming here from Mirra. Kick serve backhand of Sabalenka at the backhand of Andreeva. That misses. Maybe a bit of a looser set after definitely a looser start to the set after a very intense first set. When you put your all of your eggs into one basket trying to win that first set and you lose it, it's very very heartbreaking. Also, I'm just sure subconsciously seeing Sabalenka barely even able to really serve at 5-3 and then pulling out that tiebreaker. Um, Bit of a heartbreaker there. By the way, 7-5. David, I think you said 7-5, right? Yeah, David and I both with the 7-5 guess for that tiebreaker, so we got it there. Could have been a good match. Nole could have been hampered by the 5 setters. Yeah, Casper and Novak would have been fantastic had they played it, but it could have been 5 sets again, but Casper wins it. That's what I kind of think. Demi is here. We're looking at him right now commentating the match. Exactly. No, I am Demonor. I am Demonor. Forehand, backhand, hits the tape. That goes out from Sabalenka, so love 15. Love 15. Sabalenka with the serve here. Quick serve, backhand of Andreeva, the backhand of Sabalenka down the line, forehand of Andreeva. Drop shot. Backhand to Andreeva, it's in the net. Andreeva showing real frustration out there. It's that 15 all. You see that a lot from young players, though. Much more emotionally volatile. Um, Much more prone to that, and especially in this position. Um, I mean, even Roger back in the day when as a junior was very very wild on the court. So it's you know, unless they do something real crazy, it's not really something that it might not be a bigger indication of what they'll be like as a player throughout their whole career, but we will see. Sometimes it is, but often it's not. Sabalenka cruising at this point at 30-15. She doesn't look. She's looking better as well in terms of her physicality, looking better physically. At the line to serve, up a set, serve from Sabalenka. Out wide, back in of Andreeva, back end of Sabalenka is so good going behind Andreeva. It's hard to hit that shot, when the player is kind of still close to that area, but they're maybe starting to run the other way. It takes a high level kind of shot there to you're not hitting into a whole lot of space. You have to hit it really well. But on clay, that's a great kind of play. It's very hard to kind of change direction back sometimes, especially when you're sliding and going to the other way. Sabalenka's still clearly feeling out her body, trying to get in the right place. Backhand down the line, backhand slice Sabalenka. Backhand of Andreeva is very good down the line. 40-30, still in this game. Still in this game. Petros breaks. Nice. Oh, yeah. Serve here from Saba. First serve is out. The first serve from Sabalenka has definitely been very subpar as well. The serving on the court has been very subpar. Everything else has been great, I feel like, for the most part. Forehand, inside out, very good winner. Let's see if Mirra can do something this game. Keep it close. I do recall a match, where was it? Maybe Dubai. I think in Dubai, where Sabalenka played Vekic. She was up a set, a break, and also a break point to go down a double break. She had a very simple shot to hit, and Vekic came back and won, I think, 12 of the last 13 games. Outrageous match. And I don't know. Hopefully, Sabalenka doesn't have something like that happen, but match is not over yet. Forehand cross court completely misses from Sabalenka. Advanced Andreeva, and she's still hunched over here, Aryna. I do feel bad for her here. I mean, even if she gets through this one, I mean, Paolini's got to be watching this and thinking, like, even Sabalenka makes it through, that if she doesn't, I mean, the women's semis are tomorrow. The men's semis are on Friday, so she doesn't have a whole lot of time to rest Sabalenka. Um, I mean, I guess she'll get about 24 hours, but Paolini's looking at this and thinking, like, this is a real chance. Paolini making her first Grand Slam semis. I mean, it could be her first of many. It could also be her last. So we don't know. This could be her chance to make a final. Backhand forehand to Sabalenka, forehand of Andreeva. The backhand of Sabalenka, backhand Andreeva. Forehand's a drop shot. Mirra down the line. Andreeva breaks back. So many breaks throughout this match. It's been actually kind of crazy. Let me I don't have the number, so let me find the number. The number of breaks that we've had. We have had, wait, is this, yeah, match. So we have had 8 breaks. We've had 8 breaks so far. We've had 8 breaks in what is that? 14 games. 8 breaks in 14 games. Over half. It's outrageous. So statistically, by this match so far, Mirra should get broken here. That's a great ace down the tee, though, to start off. That is really outrageous. That is outrageous. Backhand slice. Sabalenka moving a little bit gingerly. I really hope that I am hoping that that is not the factor that kind of um, becomes the main factor in this match. Sabalenka clearly struggling, just almost at every movement here now. Sabalenka is struggling. She's not moving very much. Backhand's a lob. That's good though. Now it goes out. 40 love. I mean, the moment to me that I just got me worried was she's at the back of the court ready to return the serve, and she just kind of just staying in place, and it's still she just feels like she can't really do that without just kind of feeling the pain that she's feeling and addressing it, which means that she's really feeling something out there. That's bad. Forehand Sabalenka, forehand of Andreeva. That's in the net. 40-15. Backhand that goes out. 2-1. Gospel hour. Danbro, I'm sorry. You should move to Atlanta and live with Anthony. And then in the 90s when I was kind of the local NBC affiliate would preempt Roland Garros and Wimbledon for telethons and the ever popular Huff Cook Gospel Hour. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's 1 month, 3 weeks away or 2 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks because they added an extra week now. It used to be two. It used to be two. It was the 80s. It would be Gospel Hour, Steffi pummeling someone, love 45 minutes. Yeah, 30. I think one time it was 32 minutes or 28 minutes, and she was, yeah, I mean, that's just insane. Live with Alex, whose alter ego is Anthony. Yeah, exactly. Match Andreeva, Matt's Willanders her way to the title, age 17. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining in my head. It's unlikely, but I mean, yeah, it is a crazy situation unfolding here. We'll see. But yes, once again, Sabalenka has been to 6 consecutive major semis. She did take the first set. Let's see how she's looking here as she goes to serve. I think it's new balls, so Sabalenka is switching her racket up. That's what some of the players do. A lot of the players do. Something you really don't have at club level at all, by the way, is switching the ball just in the middle of a set. But I like that they do that for the pros. Get the maximum level that they can out of the play. Maximum best level. Second serve. I mean, Sabalenka checking for the mark, but I think more than anything, it just shows that she just wants a little bit of time. Forehand back into Sabalenka. Cross guard, that's outrageous. Backhand, Mirra gets it. Forehand volley. Makes it, but not what she meant to do, I think. Aryna really struggling here. She's again squatting down on the court. I hope that this isn't retirement or anything. I'm sure she should took some painkillers for this because clearly she's struggling. It's a tough thing of being an athlete. You push your body to the max and then you have to keep doing it sometimes through an injury that was caused because of it. It's crazy. And think about Rafa dealing with so many injuries throughout his career and then coming back, and not just coming back, but the guy comes back and wins Grand Slams. Backhand, the forehand of Sabalenka, it stays up for the forehand of Mirra, goes right back to Sabalenka. That's a backhand volley, solid though. I mean, in terms of drop shots were kind of subpar last game. I've seen her hit some great drop shots. In terms of like the craft on the court with the net play, I mean, Mirra's got it down. So Mirra has it down. Serve from Saba. Wide back into Mirra. It's on the baseline. It's out from Sabalenka, who hits it on the rise, and now suddenly a chance for Andreeva. And the mental and the physical is connected as well. So if she goes down in scoreline after being up a break, that's not going to make things any better as well. It's a serve from Sabalenka. This is a very crucial point right here, right now. 30-all. Serve Sabalenka. Out wide, forehand slice return. Forehand's a drop shot. Mirra gets their forehand slice down the line. I mean, Mirra has that kind of quality about her where she just reads the game so well. She just reads the game so well. She understands it. And to have that quality so young, that's what kind of puts that image in my head of somebody who is going to have a top tier future. Because she reads it on such a deep level. And that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of prodigy stuff. When you do something that even pros who have been playing this for 10 years, they don't look like they're doing that quite to the extent that she is. Like, very creative on the court sometimes as well. It's very kind of like I don't know. Like she's made for it. And she could have a big future. Goes out, so advantage to Sabalenka. I'll speculate it's cramps. Anthony, it's something Collins has talked about when. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to speculate anything until we hear from Aryna. It's advantage to Sabalenka here, trying to get to 2-2. Backhand down the line. That's right on the line. Forehand from Andreeva goes in the net. Looked like Sabalenka was asking for help from up above, just for the injury to get better. 2-2. It does look like some form of cramping. I will say that. It's like just some stomach issue is what it looks like to me. I haven't heard anything. Just watching. Serve down T, back in Sabalenka is not moving very much. Wow, Sabalenka is just not moving that much anymore either. Mirra's got to keep her eye on the ball, but this is good signs for her. It's hard to ignore that point that just happened. I mean, Sabalenka looking more like she was taking a stroll in the park rather than playing the point, which is unfortunate. Forehand cross court. Sabalenka is just not really moving for these shots anymore, which is crazy. Ooh, a serve, a very late call. It's called out. Andreeva doesn't even really contest the call. Just goes right back for the second serve. It's in the net, double fault. See, let's see if she can get the hold here. 30-15. Maybe it didn't even feel like contesting the call because she feels so confident here with Sabalenka not very moving very much. And maybe it wants to go as quick as possible too, to be honest, while Sabalenka is feeling like this. Not sure, but Sabalenka runs around the backhand and hits an absolutely blazing forehand return. That's something she can still do. Just absolutely go for massive swings. It's got a fight of a tiger, Sabalenka. 30-all. 2 points away from another break, but Andreeva is also 2 points away from 3-2. See which one happens. Backhand. Sabalenka's in the net. It just feels to me like Andreeva is just playing something a little. I don't know. She feels really locked in here into this match. Very impressed with Andreeva so far. Back and cross court, back and down the line. Very good. Forehand slice, the forehand of Andreeva, cross court, forehand of Sabalenka down the line, back end of Andreeva. Back cross court, back end slice, the forehand of Andreeva. Back end, Sabalenka, it's called out. That would have been a very insane angle. Sabalenka's still unsure, even though Mirra is convinced it's out. But it's called out. So 3-2 for Andreeva. Or, I mean, it's called out, and also Sabalenka sees the mark and sees that it's out. So 3-2 for Andreeva, who gets ahead in the scoreboard. Hey, what's up, Max? Good to have you in here. Oh, hello. So she ended up playing high tennis, going to a small school in South Carolina called Furman. Hey, that's cool. My dad went to Furman. So when was that at? Darren Cahill's son plays there and basically fizzled out. Nice. Yeah, I used to go to Furman occasionally when my dad would have reunions with his tennis team and other stuff like that. Pretty cool. Cahill's son is in the States. It's interesting. Didn't know that. Cahill's the GOAT. He's one of the best analysts and clearly one of the best coaches. Saba with 5 double faults so far. Yeah, too many. Too many. Way, way too many. 3-2 as Andreeva tries to keep in the lead here in the second set. Serve out wide, back in Mirra. What a great return. Forehand squash shot. Good defense from Sabalenka. That's a great backhand cross court, though. Wow. Good movement from Aryna to get that shot, although perhaps playing on survival instinct, knowing trying to stay in this game and not let Mirra get too far ahead. Mirra does apology for a neck cord that she hits on that last shot. It's love 30. It's a chance here for the young prodigy. Now, world number 30 in the live ranks could get even much higher than that if she could manage something here. One of the biggest upsets and most notable upsets we've seen in a while. Although Aryna is clearly hampered with something. But Mirra's playing great. Backhand down the middle. Forehand. Mirra's so good. Forehand inside out. Love 40. I'd love to hear the replay there because I heard some Russian there, and I do speak Russian, so I could maybe I heard something every point she's winning, something like that, but I didn't hear exactly what else she said. That goes out. Sabalenka hits a ball into the crowd. Gonna get a warning for that as Mirra gets to 4-2. Clear frustration from the Belarusian. Actually, it doesn't get a warning for that, I think, which is quite strange because I thought it was an automatic warning. But serve from Mirra. It's a wild, wild double fault there. Left 15. Love the shot of the Persian skyline. Yeah, Paris is gorgeous. They will probably talk about this tomorrow. But who's your early pick for Sinner Alcaraz prediction? Not who you want to win. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll answer during the 4-3 changeover, so that I'm not cutting off the play and have a little bit more time. Or 4-3 or 5-2. not necessarily saying Mirra doesn't hold here. Backing down the line is very good. Hour and 30 minutes on the match clock. It looks like we're probably going to go 3 sets, and there's a lot on the line for both. Mirra becoming the youngest Roland Garros Grand Slam semifinalist since whatever. I don't know the exact stat, but there's a stat there, right? When did Coco reach the semi? That's a good question. When did Goff reach her first semifinal? Would think Mirra is younger now than Goff was. Back and down line is very good from Sabalenka. Very, very good. 15-30. But again, just squatting down on the court. I feel it for Sabalenka. Really do. Oh, man. Not good, not good. 15-30. See what Andreeva can do here. Serve. The backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva. Forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand of Andreeva. Cross court. Backhand Sabalenka. Oh, it's the tape goes over. Backhand slice. So good. Quick reactions. Backhand down the line. Andreeva still gets there. What is this defense? Backhand of Andreeva. Forehand. Now it's big. It's a redrop. Not good, though. And Sabalenka just blasts through it. And it's 15-40. 2 break points coming for the Belarusian. By the way, I was going to say, circa, there's stakes for both. For, right? I mean, for Mirra, it's being the youngest, whatever, since whatever. And for Sabalenka, it's to reach her 7th consecutive major semifinal. One of the most impressive streaks in women's tennis recent times. Wow, time violation warning for Sabalenka. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, she has been taking a lot of time. It is due to injury, but I mean, there are rules. Second serve from Mirra. Forehand Sabalenka chipped. Forehand Mirra across court. Forehand Sabalenka chipped again. Drop shot. Mirra hits the drop shot and she missed it. Oh, she had that Mirra. I'll tell you what. Aryna was barely moving for it. Mirra had Aryna too much in her head. If she just played normal, she would have clearly been able to win that point. We're at the 4-3 changeover. People and some medics and physios are coming on the court for Aryna. Who that was some of the worst I'd seen her feel towards the end of that game. So let's see. See what happens here. Okay, so my predictions for Sinner and Sinner versus Alcaraz. So my prediction is this. I thought Alcaraz looked absolutely fantastic versus Tsitsipas. I thought Sinner looked great against Dimitrov as well. But if I'm judging the level against one another, I thought Alcaraz probably looked slightly better, although he was tested a little bit more. They both looked very good, though. Sinner, I felt like in the third set, particularly towards the end of the match, his depth off defense was getting a little bit worse. Among a few other things, he started serving a little bit worse towards the end of that match as well. Dimitrov was getting much more chances towards the end of that match. In the Alcaraz match, I felt like there's very, very little that I could point to that I was like, this is something that Alcaraz is doing wrong. I feel like Alcaraz at this point, I'm not worried about his right arm injury whatsoever. He looks great out there. I love him on clay. I think he's going to be motivated to win their second clay court match. Also, Alcaraz, Alcaraz is going to be his motivations to do well at Roland Garros. When he's done so well on clay in the past, his confidence on clay, I think, is going to be higher. He still has the better variety, I think, overall, Alcaraz, and I think better movement in general, although Sinner's defense is so highly improved. And I think that those are some of the things that could pay dividends if they were to play against each other. I think it's going to be epic. I think it's going to be absolutely 100% epic. It has the potential to be my favorite tennis rivalry, period. But I would guess Alcaraz. With Sinner, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sinner had that first set against Mute, had that last set against Dimitrov, where I just felt like he was slightly lower level. Alcaraz, I feel like, has just been completely and utterly 100% solid, and it's only going to take those small things in that matchup. So, I've got Alcaraz in 4 sets, maybe 5. It could be 5 sets as well. But I'm going to say 4 sets. I mean, listen, losing 6-1, 6-1 to in Umag, I think that's going to be the biggest thing on Alcaraz's mind, period, tomorrow. Alcaraz is going to be like, yeah, no, I want revenge. And it wasn't 6-1, 6-1. It was like, what, 6-7, 6-1, 6-1. But Alcaraz didn't forget that. He's like, he wants to be like, I'm the clay court guy, Sinner. I really think that that's going to be a big thing tomorrow. 100% genuinely mean that. 15-all here as Sabalenka goes to the line to serve. Someone in the comments said that Coco's the Andy Murray to Iga's Novak, and I couldn't agree more. Ooh, that's a great comparison. That is a good comparison. I do feel like they play slightly different in a lot of ways. I mean, Coco clearly has a much better serve than Iga does, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, a lot of ways are similar. Also, Andy beat Novak a little bit more than Coco so far has beaten Iga, but that is a great comparison overall. I mean, Andy and Novak are so similar. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, I get that with Coco and Iga as well. Iga, for the most part, just doing everything a little bit better. 15:30 is a chance here for Andreeva, and I would worry for Sabalenka unless kind of painkillers kick in or something, because Andreeva is also playing great, which is bad for Sabalenka. I'm surprised that Sabalenka is even at the scoreline right now. 7-6, 3-4 on serve. I mean, that is impressive. That is why she's been world number 1 right now, is the fact that she won the first set and that she's still on serve in the second. Backhand of Sabalenka down the line. Forehand of Sabalenka is so good going behind Andreeva. 30 all. Let's see if Sabalenka steps up. Roar of the Tiger. Roar of the Tiger. Trying to be the predator, not the prey. 30 all on the scoreboard. And Philippe Chatrier with many, many watching. These two go at it. From 2 different generations. 2 different generations. Serve here from Sabalenka coming. Second serve. Forehand of Mirra. The backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand of Mirra. Hits the tape, goes over. Backhand Sabalenka down the line. Is so good, dude. So good. So good. So good. The backhand is absolutely exquisite. Both these players have 2 of the best backhands on tour, in my opinion. I would confidently state that these 2 have 2 of the best backhands on tour. And it's Sabalenka who wins out the backhand to backhand there at the backhand. Sweet backhand down the line. 40-30, it's a game point. Dare I say she's looking a little bit better physically here, maybe. I don't want to jinx it. Backhand cross court is a ridiculous angle. Mirra could have gone around the net. But she does not, but she misses it. It's 4-4. 4-4. Sabalenka is still very tediously moving, though. I will say that. Alcaraz tried to go around the net against Tsitsipas yesterday. He very nearly made it, but he hit the edge of the pole. If he didn't hit the edge of the pole, he would have hit the shot of the day, the shot of the tournament. But it is. I think it's maybe easier to hit hidden around the net here at like Grand Slams, especially at Roland Garros, especially because there's so much space to run to around the court, like here and at the U.S. Open. But it's still so impressive when you have the skills to be able to pull it off. Forehand down line, backhand of Sabalenka. Smash. Mirra is so good. This is so high level. You love this. This is a fan of tennis. As a fan of women's tennis, this is amazing. Andreeva is a sneaky good mover. I couldn't agree more with you, Ghost. Seems like people are getting away from tennis and Olympic sports and more towards sports that have violence like UFC. Yeah, unfortunately, it's true, but it's kind of crazy. I see a lot of similarities of UFC and tennis. To be honest, boxing, UFC, and tennis. A lot of ways they're similar in a strange way, but yeah, I mean that's it's too bad when I mean I actually like UFC, but I don't watch a whole lot, especially anymore. But I think I don't know. There's something to yeah, there's something about that I don't particularly like. When where we as a society are more focused on the violent sports, violence for entertainment is not great. I mean, you can have that maybe, but also you can have that, but also have other stuff like tennis and basketball and other stuff, football, tennis, hockey, all the other things. Forehand in the net, 40 love. Matt, but I like UFC, MMA, anything contact. No, I like UFC too. Uh, I guess it just can't be everything, but it is great. It is good. Guess everything will be developed in time. Being so young, Andreeva certain feel on the slice that drop or variety will come. I feel like the latter is already very much like the seeds are there. The serve is the one thing that is just so lacking right now. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like everything will come. I feel like everything will come together for it's 2 game points for Mirra. Sabalenka on the return. Serve here from Andreeva. Forehand of Sabalenka is a drop shot. Forehand of Mirra hits the tape. Goes out. 40-30. Hey, what's up, Camila? Hi, everyone. Anthony, who do you think takes the title? I've got Iga. I've got Iga. It's hard to go against Iga, Camila. And on the men's side, I've got Alcaraz. Same champions that I picked from the start. I have them winning. I feel pretty good about it. Serve Mira, it's in the net. She just can't afford another double fault here. That's the one thing I'll say. She can even afford another 120 or whatever kilometers per hour serve. She just can't double fault. That goes out. 5-4 for Andreeva. She is a game away from the second set, just like she was in the first set. She's not serving for it, but she is a game away. See what happens. Saba's walking gingerly too. I hope she hasn't torn a muscle in her abdomen or something. That's what I'm really hoping for. Yeah, because I worry that she might have to of pull out later. So Andreeva here at 5-4. Let's see what she can do. Anthony, who's your fave in WTA? I've always liked Leylah Fernandez, to be honest. I do like Sabalenka as well. She's grown on me a lot over the last few years. Konskaya, Belinda Bencic. Back in the day, I like players like Radwanska, Venus, Ivanovic, Monica Seles is a favorite. Um, who else? I do like Kazakina a lot, especially with the vlog that she has now. But my top favorites, probably I'm forgetting people. Rabakina, I like a lot. Rabakina, Fernandez. Um, forgetting somebody. Clearly forgetting somebody. I do like Mira a lot as well. Emma Navarro is great. Who else? Zhang I like a lot. Zhang is great. She's one of my top favorites. Yeah, I would say my favorites are probably Zhang, Rabakina, um, Zhang, Rabakina. I do like Coco as well, and Ostapenko. There's a lot I like. Zhang, Rabakina, Fernandez, probably I would say. Those are like 3 of my top favorites. I'd have to put Coco there too. I do quite enjoy Coco. I'd put Coco as a fourth. Those are the ones I would say. That's a great drop shot there. Much better than she was hitting towards the end of the first set. 5 drop shot winners now. She had quite a few or not unforced errors, but you could basically label them that. They put away shots for Sabalenka off the drop shot. Might as well have been errors. 15 all. 3 points away from tying this up, Mirra. Forehand down the line is so good. 2 points away, Andreeva. What about you, Sneeko? Who are your favorites as well? I think Aga is still playing tennis. I miss her. I miss her. Steffi and Rafa. You have to name just one from the past and or one from the present. Ivanovic. I was a big fan of Ivanovic back in the day. I'm not going to lie. Ivanovic and Roger were like my favorites from women's side and men's side by far. When Ivanovic beat Serena, what year was that? Like 2014 Australian Open or whatever. That was a moment. I do like Kerber as well, Angie Kerber. For some reason, on the women's side, the defensive players I like more than the offensive players usually, but not always. Like Rybakina is one of my favorites now. That goes out. It's a set point for Mirra Andreeva coming here. Set point for Mirra Andreeva. Let's see what happens. Sabalenka would like a big serve. Man, it's a huge moment in Mirra Andreeva's young career. Huge moment for Sabalenka as well. You know, if she reaches 2 consecutive semifinals at the French, it's a much different thing than losing to Mukova. If she loses this match, then suddenly the light kind of becomes could have been in the final last year and then could have been the semis this year, you know? That's kind of what the light might be. But although there will be the asterisk of whatever she's dealing with physically. But second serve, Sabalenka. Kick serve back into Andreeva. Kind of put away for a Sabalenka forehand. It's got to do better than that, Mirra. Just kind of sat up. It was a great serve, though. But Mirra's shot landed real short. And you just knew exactly what was going to happen. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you have not already. And please don't forget to like the stream as well if you are enjoying it. Serve here from Sabalenka. Keeps missing first serve, Sabalenka. I'm going to look at their first serve percentage, the both of them after this, but it's not been high from either. Not been high. Serve out wide, forehand chip. That goes in somehow. Backhand Mirra across court. It's a miraculous return. Backhand cross court. Sabalenka gets it. Forehand inside out. Could have went the other way. How's this rally still going? Forehand, that goes out. Very weird and awkward point there. As Sabalenka's shot just stays in, and Mirra's return just somehow landed in the court. It's a set point, and I kind of feel like Mirra might take it here. Sabalenka again, just not looking great out there. Clearly in pain as she's kind of buckled over. I did say the mental goes hand in hand with the physical, and if she's down set point, if she's down a set, whatever it is, it's only going to make it worse. I mean, it's just human nature. I'm not saying it's just going to completely destroy her, but it's certainly not going to make it better. Set point cure for Andreeva. Kick serve back into Mirra. That's a better angle. That's in the net. Mirra Andreeva roars, and she takes a set off the world number 2. Sabalenka clearly struggling, but Mirra also playing phenomenal. So, what a performance! The first time she takes a set over Aryna Sabalenka. All of their sets at Madrid haven't been particularly close. The second set of their Madrid contest this year is the best she had ever done against Sabalenka. These are different conditions, even though it is clay. It's very different from Madrid. Let's see what happens in this third. We got an epic. Radwanska, the ninja, she was great. One of the best shot makers in women's tennis history. I'd put her up there with Sabatini as well. I appreciate it. Camila. What picks are you talking about though? I'm sure what you're referring to, but thank you. Anthony and I agree more on players than David. Fair enough. Yeah, we all have different favorites for sure. But come on, finally we have a match. Hell yeah. Absolutely. We're here. Oh, Andreeva fighting. Yeah, listen. Matt, shout out to Matt Hill in the chat. He said 3 sets. We could get 3 sets. I think Capriati only defeated Steffi Graf one time, and it was the 1992 Olympics, and Jennifer got the gold medal. Wow. I mean, listen, if Mirra beat Paolini in Madrid, the chances of a player who just turned 17 being in a Grand Slam final have just gotten pretty high. So Coco reached the quarterfinals. She didn't reach the semifinal of a major until the final 2022 Roland Garros. How old was she then? How old was Coco then? She was older because she's what, 20 now? So 2 years ago, she was 18, right? So yeah. She was 18 years old 2 years ago. I mean, that's still, it's crazy, but it's not quite Mirra Andreeva levels. Mirra just turned 17 in Madrid. And even to get to a semifinal, I mean, that was Coco's first semifinal and her first final. It's pretty crazy. Coco, I mean, we haven't seen Iga play Andreeva, right? Just the chances of that are getting higher and higher. Or Coco. I mean, Andreeva versus Coco. We're going to see those matchups a lot in the future. You better believe it. Should these players stay healthy? Yeah, they've never played. Andreeva and Goff. I tell you what, I mean, WTA is destroying the ATP at the moment. I'm just going to say. No, I mean, the ATP is doing fine. Roland Garros has turned out to be a great event on the men's side as well. But I'm just saying, the WTA, I mean, give a hand to the players because they're in a great spot at the moment. I mean, with Sabalenka, Swiatek, Rybakina, and then you have Coco in there, and now you have Naomi Osaka with her performance, Mirra Andreeva potentially climbing up. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. WTA is shaping up to be in such a good place. They're all young players who should be around for a little while. So basically what I'm saying is the WTA is winning. In the tennis match between the WTA and ATP, I kind of feel like the WTA is winning. No, I mean, I don't know. Djokovic not being able to play RG definitely hindered that. We'll see. Sinner Alcaraz is going to be amazing in the semis there, but only compliments the WTA because, oh man, that's a great ace to start it off from Mirra right away. I was going to look at stats before we start this off. So, all right, stats here. 12 double faults. I mean, 9 of those came in the first set, by the way. This first serve percentage is absolutely abysmal. 46%, 53%. They've not been great on serve. Everything else has been great, but the serving has not been phenomenal. I mean, even this is great. Winners to errors, 35 winners, 20 unforced for Andreeva is fantastic. I mean, listen, if you can hit 35 winners and 20 unforced errors on clay versus Aryna Sabalenka as the world number 2, then that says a lot. And I know Sabalenka is hampered. I don't want to not bring that up, but I'm just saying Andreeva is playing a fantastic level. And yes, with this level, she can be in a slam final. And she can beat Jasmine Paolini. And that's what is exciting me more than anything. Because it's historic, basically. Serve, forehand of Sabalenka. That goes out. 40-15. Ouch, yep. That goes out. First game to Andreeva. As a recent first-time watcher of Gladiator, absolutely great movie. I feel very qualified to talk about the Public Adoration of Violence and Blood. That's a great movie. Joaquin Phoenix is phenomenal. Yeah. Anna is pretty. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely. Celebrity crush for sure growing up. I mean, big time. Andreeva's ball toss is exceptionally high. Wow, that's the what thing she could change as she as she improves her serve. Like we're talking about her serve. How does Andreeva serve in the wind? Yeah, I don't know. I never understand it with really tall ball with high ball tosses though. Like dude, like how do you even? I don't know. It's something with me though, because what my biggest issue in tennis is my ball toss is always too low, and I find it very hard to time the ball when I toss it higher. But I never really understand it. Like like Sharapova just like tosses it so high up and then just manages to hit a huge serve each time. It's crazy to me. It is crazy. 15 left here. Sabalenka at 0-1. Absolutely crazy. Back in the set, Andreeva completely mishits the return of the serve. Sabalenka feels like she might be moving a little bit better. I think they're going to do a gladiator too, but it's a bunch of recent college graduates in New York trying to find an affordable apartment. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds real modern. Modern rendition of Gladiator. Yeah, I don't know why they keep making sequels to movies they don't need to make sequels to. Like they're making the Goonies is one of my favorite movies of all time. They're making a sequel to the Goonies. I was always like, please never ever ever make a sequel to this movie. It is the best standalone, just fun, funny, just film that has aged so well. Just keeps aging well. And same thing for Gladiator. I mean, Gladiator is such an exceptional film. It does. Why does it need a sequel? What has not been told in that story that it requires a sequel? I don't understand it. There's so many things like that. I'm just like, can we just? There's so many new ideas that haven't been done before. Let's just like make new stuff. 1-1 here as Mirror's about to serve. I'm a bit dark here with my lighting. Let me fix that real quick. They're doing a Goonies sequel. Yeah, I've not a huge fan of that fact, to be honest. All of the sequels, I'm just not. I don't know. It's not for me. Got a favorite Frank Sinatra song? Get that? I don't listen to that kind of music that often. Um, so I mean, it's gonna be simple stuff, just like "Fly Me to the Moon." I don't have a great answer for that. There is some music that my music. When I listen to older music, it's usually like rock music. To be honest, that's most of the music that I listen to. I think I would say from back in the day. Backhand down the middle, forehand slice that goes out. I mean, whether that's the Eagles or Jimi Hendrix or whoever. I mean, that's more of the music I listened to from back in the day. Serve, backhand of Andreeva, forehand of Sabalenka, forehand of Andreeva, forehand that's in the net, 15 all. But David, the fact that you asked, I can assume that you have one. That you have a favorite song, so what's yours? Who's in Goonies? Um, well, they have a lot of famous celebrities who became famous much later on, like Hoon Kwan or whoever from Everything Everywhere All at Once. He was also the young kid in Indiana Jones. They have the guy from Lord of the Rings, the what's his name, Frodo's friend, Sam. Lord of the Rings, some of my favorite movies ever as well. He's in there. Thanos is in there. He's the older brother, Josh Brolin. Like it's the most random, just amazing kind of lightning in a bottle movie. So the fact that they're making a sequel, it doesn't sound great on paper, like especially if they just made it, but it's just like the most fun movie to rewatch, and just like a nostalgic thing. And I don't know, the fact that they're making a sequel, it's like why, literally why? Back and cross court, the backhand of Sabalenka cross court, back of Andreeva down the line, forehand pass. Aryna Sabalenka with one of her best points in the match. She gets a 15-30. Best rally of the match so far. The young Josh Brolin, yeah. Strangers in the Night has my heart. Okay, I've heard that one before as well too. I like listening to music sometimes with watching tennis. You avoid grunting sounds. Yeah, that's fair. I always like listening to music when watching sports in general as well. But I often that's like just hip hop. just different hip hop stuff, whether that's JID or Joey Badass or Kendrick or but often that's, you know, or just rock, just the regular kind of alternative rock stuff. I like Quadeka is an artist who I've been listening to for a long time, who I like quite a lot. He's a person I listen to. Caroline Polachek is great. Jockstrap is an underrated group. I do quite like 21 Pilots. I used to listen to them a lot more, but that's some of the music I listen to. Then also just Radiohead and a lot of older groups beyond that, Nirvana, and then same groups I've been saying, Jimi Hendrix, that's a lot of the music I listen to. Billie Eilish's new album is really good too. I've been listening to that. I thought her new album was great. Also, Beth Gibbons' Lives Outgrown is a great album that just came out. Also, Queens of the Stone Age, one of my favorite groups as well. There's a lot, but those are some. 40-30 as Andreeva kick serve, forehand into the forehand of Andreeva. She just makes it. The pace is not enough to. Andreeva just kind of hits it as a backboard, 2-1. Banger Max, bring back the music references, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. Max, that's what we live for here for the commentaries here and seeing seeing the music references. Come on. Also been listening to a lot of the song Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight. Hell yeah. Now shout out to my state, Midnight Train to Georgia. Georgia. Mm-hmm. Georgia. That's a different song, Ben. I actually don't know the words. What's that? Wait. Hold up. Georgia. Ooh. Georgia. The whole day through. Just to know, sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. There you go. Y'all wanted singing, right? There you go. Other than Open by Andre Agassi, probably the best tennis book I've ever read. Oh yeah, that one is amazing. That's like the first one I ever really read in depth. Fantastic. That was his one chance to win it, and he took advantage of RG in 2009. Yeah, that I love that book, Matt. And yeah, just reading about Roger in that way is such a fascinating read, really in depth into a lot of stuff, and just really well written. Forehand of Mirra, the forehand of Sabalenka's in the net. But yeah, I mean, Roger really took his chance when he had it, because I mean, listen, he won like 4 games in the final the year before that, so to pull through there, really impressive from Roger. Why are you guys singing? I don't know. David, you're a singer too, right? We should just start singing the whole stream. We'll start doing singing play by play. Only stuff you got on QualityShot. Forehand chip, fully joking, but backhand slice, drop shot, backhand Mirra down the line. Forehand Sabalenka's in the net. Sabalenka hands on her knees as it's love 30. Andreeva suddenly, it just feels like such an opportunity for Mirra. She just beat Jasmine Paolini in Madrid. I just keep thinking about that. I think Paolini will like these conditions more, to be clear. But, I mean, come on, man. February 2019, Anthony singing. That's so good, actually, Sean. Oh, man. Forehand cross court, that goes out. Is it that bad? Anthony didn't shank the proverbial match point note, to be fair. Oh, man. Get the cell phone lights up, get the likes up for Anthony singing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who's your favorite current favorite WTA player? You can't choose one like you have Sinner on the men's. Fernandez. Did I? Oh yeah, did I not choose specifically one? Leylah Fernandez, I would say, is my fave. If I had to choose one. Really saying Swift's concert is too long is what everyone's thinking, but didn't say. Yeah, I don't like Taylor Swift. I can't stand her music personally. I've said that before, but it is what it is. And that will upset some people, and that, but it's just my opinion. I can't. I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. 40-30, Sabalenka with the serve in the net. Serve to get to 2-2. Anthony singing, of course. Oh man. Backhand. The backhand of Mirra, backhand of Sabalenka down the line. Forehand Mirra doesn't get there. It's in the ground. 2-2. We got a real match on our hands. This is one of my favorite WTA matches I've watched all year. It's been really, really fascinating. Nice, nice. Didn't watch Oppenheimer in the theater because it was too long. I love that movie. Not to be like pretentious, but like I saw that on opening night with, or not on opening night, on the second night actually that it opened. Sabalenka, by the way, asking for the crowd to get involved, which is great, trying to get some energy from the crowd. Always good to try to get the crowd on your side as well, going this deep in the late stages. Maybe something Mirra needs to learn as well, but Sabalenka's been around the block a few times, and if she can get the crowd, that'd be great for Aryna, especially because so many people will be pulling for the huge underdog that is Mirra just by human nature. Aryna runs around the forehand return, or backhand return, hits a forehand backhand. Mirra goes for a pass down the line, but absolutely frustrated with herself. It's left 15 for Sabalenka. But anyway, I watched Oppenheimer on opening night, and not on opening night, on the second night that it was in theaters, and I watched it with Barbie as well, with my brother and also his girlfriend Amber, and anyway, it was a great time. It was a great time watching both packed theaters. There's like 90 people in the theater or more, and when Oppenheimer finished, I was literally the only guy in the theater that started clapping, which I think we should do clapping in theaters after a movie finishes. I still like that. I know people do that in live theater because the actors can hear you, but anyway, it was funny. I love that movie. I thought it was incredible, and it did get all the awards at the Oscars. I thought it was deserved. Forehand's in the net. Love 40. 3 break points for Sabalenka. 3 BPs for Sabalenka. Forehand. Cross court. Oh, very poor game from Mirra Andreeva. Sabalenka, the more experienced in these moments. Let's see if Mirra Andreeva has some more fight yet. I would not count her out the way she's played this match so far. I would not count her out, and I'm not counting her out. But let's see what happens. 3-2. I'm not saying that to make it like more like whatever. Like I really would not count her out. We all love Leylah. Hell yeah. Yeah, she's definitely a fan favorite ever since that US Open run. I mean, she had the crowd there too. Anthony sings the tennis classics. What are the tennis classics? Tennis, what was it called? Tennis Court by Lord or whatever. There's actually a great song that I would put some of y'all onto. I forgot the tennis games. I forgot who sings it. But there's a great song called Tennis Games that's pretty much unheard of. I can't remember who was singing it. I had it on my phone. But that is a great song. Look up who sings that one. But I really like that song. I think one time I just looked up tennis songs. I sound like a dead cat too, Anthony. At least something to relate to, I guess. Cedric, Anthony singing the tennis classics would sell like hotcakes. All right, I've got to start. I've got to start. All right, forget this tennis commentary thing. venturing out to become a singer. That's the next step. Logically, that's the next natural progression. That's in the net. Love 15. The next natural progression from this. Dios mio, Andrea, what are you doing? Very poor game there at love, but let's see if Mirra can turn this back around here. Okay, Anthony, sing it. I can't even remember really what it sounds like, but it's a weird song. It's like kind of alternative. Weird kind of indie alternative song. It sounds really strange, but it's good. We're in the net from Sabalenka. Absolutely start pouring down rain here, by the way. So if you hear that in the background, that's what that is. Serve out wide, forehand of Mirra. Back in Sabalenka right off the line. Love 40. 2 games in a row for either player. What did I say about Mirra? I mean, it's this kind of a match from a player that I just don't see her going out that easily in the third. Sabalenka is still clearly struggling with something. It's a big, if Sabalenka does find a way through this, it's a big question mark on her going into the semifinals. She's trying to keep her semifinal streak alive as well. Big moment. 3 break points can come and go. Mirra better perform on this first one too. Serve, backhand return, forehand to Mirra. Now, as the tape goes over, backhand Sabalenka has a great shot cross court, 50-40. 3 break points can come and go. I saw where Emma Raducanu is going to use a Grand Slam champion clause again to the Olympics. Not really fair. She has done nothing since winning the I'd love to see Emma in the Olympics match. Yeah, I think she gives good, like, I think people show up for her, which is good. Emma's hurdling ability has lots of potential. Yeah. Break back. Make up your mind, girls. Yeah. It's been a lot of breaks, huh, Lexi? It's been like, we saw 8 breaks earlier. We've had a few since then. It'll be like the 10th or 11th break of the whole match. It is a break, and it's 3-3. Wow. All tied up here. 2 different generations going at it. Oh my God. Even more than I was saying. We've had, yeah, even way more. We've had 13 breaks. I thought it was the 11th. We've had 13. Yeah, because I guess that second set too. Oh my God. So many breaks. 13 breaks is crazy we still could have more. If it's not going to be a tiebreak, we will have at least one more. What a crazy match. Neither player has served well. I'll say that. They both served very poorly and not stepped it up on the serve. But the rest has been good. Forehand cross court, forehand chip, forehand Sabalenka, back cross court, forehand Mirra. Well, it's called out. It's close. Umpire is down to check the mark. Let's see here. Oh, it's called good. It was called out, but it's good. Sabalenka, I think, knew it as soon as it was called out as well. That's a bad call. I mean, it's not. Dirty love here for Andreeva. For serving the net. 30-15. Knew it was in. Yeah, it looked in as soon as it landed, and Sabalenka didn't look particularly convinced either. I think Emma could have been top 10, maybe a higher player, but I think career was greater than mismanaged, mostly better. She still has time though, man. I mean, she's like 22 or something. She's still got time. She should have not fired her coach after winning a major. I mean, I still think she's got time. It's a great, but they can't be one of the match of the year. Too many unforced errors. I think more than unforced errors, just both of them not serving particularly well. I mean, I think their winners to unforced errors ratio is positive, and I think they're doing decently well. It's mostly the serving that has just really let both of them down. I mean, Sabalenka is hindered. It seems like particularly Mirra would be disappointed by her serving. I mean, I have the stats here. Just if we're going by stats and numbers, I mean, if we go to winners and errors throughout the match by what they have here, I mean, this is pretty good. 38. I mean, a lot of winners, way more than they have errors, and 38 winners, Mirra 26 errors, and this is not terrible either. I mean, Sabalenka's had worse, and she's won matches with worse. Backhand, Mirra gets it, smash. Mirra's still there. What a point. Backhand over the net. Backhand to the backhand of Mirra. Andreeva, backhand, drop shot. Andreeva's there with the redraw. Mirra Andreeva potentially creating history. A moment in time. Putting her name in the history books. Potentially. As one of the youngest. I don't have the exact stat, but she is playing absolutely phenomenal and really marking her place. She's played a great match. I mean, her serve has been her weakness. She hasn't served great, but she gets the hold there. Now it's up to Aryna to hold her own serve. Hold. Yep. Bad decision from Emma, but I hope Emma can do a resurgence, get back to the top. Yeah, absolutely. Contractual agreement that he had family at home would go back to his LTA job. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Lots of players do that, fire the coach after they win. Yeah, it's unfortunate, though. It is unfortunate. They could just carry on that momentum. Wonder if Alcaraz will ever leave Ferrero. I doubt it. I think they're gonna be locked in. Maybe like a Tony Nadal situation. They're not blood related, but I mean they might as well be. Ferrero has said that he sees Alcaraz as his son, and I think that can be just as powerful. That was what a phenomenal point from Andreeva. Just such stellar defense. I mean, I said Sabalenka at the start of the match, but I kind of think Mirra might take this. And if Mirra takes this, I think she might make a historic Grand Slam final run. And I'd be very excited to see it. I think everybody who's a fan of women's tennis should be, and WTA should be very excited about having a player like, imagine where she'll be at in like 5 years, you know? Like if she's this good, like imagine where she's at in 5 years. Like she could be world, I don't know. We'll see. God stay healthy, God stay on track. There's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of questions asked of younger players, but it's been a great match. And I also don't think it's probably one of the matches of the year yet, at least, but I will say that personally, just a personal favorite match, it's one of mine because seeing two generations go at it always adds another element to it. Serve Sabalenka into the backhand of Andreeva. That goes out. 30 love. This is when Mirra Andreeva really has to step up, though. She has to give her 100% in this game. She shouldn't want to wait for 5-4, especially because her serve has not been that solid. Like, this is the moment right after she got her first hold. It'd be great to see her make some strides in this game. By the way, a lot of games becoming closer from 30 love down. So if that trend continues, this game might not be over. It's happened a lot on both sides. Backhand, inside out, forehand to Sabalenka, and it kind of does. Again, 30 love becomes 30-15 with a Sabalenka shank forehand. And I see a very one-sided match if Andreeva reaches finals against Iga, but I think she'll be toughest opponent for Iga and Clay in the future. I have a feeling. I agree. 100% agree with your comments, Nahil. Serve here from Sabalenka. She'll be very dangerous and very dangerous on the surface in the future. She already is. This is a level worthy of a Grand Slam quarterfinal at the very, very least, if not further. Great forehand from Sabalenka, gets to 40-15. Forehand Sabalenka goes cross court, goes out though, 40-30. Sabalenka again hunched over. It's kind of hitting her legs or something. Just I don't still don't know what her exact issue is. Let me know if you know exactly what it is. But whatever it is, it's still somewhat present. Backhand of Mirra and the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand of Mirra. Cross court. The backhand of Sabalenka. Sliced. Backhand of Mirra. The backhand slice of Sabalenka. Backhand slice of Mirra. Forehand Sabalenka. Swing volley. Dude. Aryna Sabalenka shown up to the court with an absolute crazy swinging volley. 4-4. All tied up. I don't know if it's one of the matches of the year, but it's going to end up being one of my favorite matches because this has been fun. I mean, Mirra at this point, her level is highest on clay. I don't know if she's going to have a run quite like this. And yeah, a lot of potential from her side. And Aryna with the absolute screamer. More of that. Backhand cross court is very good for Mirra too. 15-love. So happy I got to call this. I think this is one of those matches that people will look back on. Maybe a stream for the channel that people might look back on, be like, I wonder if QualityShot Tennis did this one when Mirra was not top 10 yet and not top 5 yet and had her first Grand Slam quarterfinal, that epic against Sabalenka, you know? Happy I got to do this. Forehand down the line is very good. 30-love. Think if Mirra wins this, she'll be in the final. I agree. But I don't think anyone is beating Iga. I agree. And that's why I'm slightly less like, that's the reason I believe that Mirra versus Iga is the best case scenario for their first meeting in a Grand Slam final. Reminds me of, actually, it's so similar to a Casper playing Rafa 2 years ago. It's their first meeting that they ever had against each other, Casper and Rafa. It's kind of similar here. That is called out. It was close, though. Mirra seems convinced it's out. It is called out. 40-love. Mirra is very close to being a game away from the victory in this one. Backhand goes out down the line. Yeah, I don't think that it is even the match of the tournament. Iga Osaka wins that. That's true, actually, Matt. Yeah, that's true. Iga Osaka is clearly one of the matches of the year. The match of the year is Swiatek, Sabalenka, and Madrid for me, but Iga Osaka is by far number 2 at the moment as well. That's in the net. Mirra Andreeva gets to 5-4. I think when players get a bit older, they're more likely to question their coach. That's true. Get that upset with their coaches. I always want people to hold these 4-4 and 4-5 games. It was a bit anticlimactic, the ending of the Paolini Reba stream. Yeah, that's fair. It was, yeah, it was a disappointing loss for Rybakina, honestly. I only caught bits and pieces. I only caught like the last couple points there too, but I mean, I caught some earlier, a few points earlier as well, but yeah, not a great loss for Rybakina. I think she'll be much happier going into the grass. Although I mean, she won Rome. She played decent this tournament. She played well this tournament. So love to see her have some better results on the clay moving forward, but not to be this time around. Wow, Mirra Andreeva 1 game away from one of the biggest upsets of the year in women's tennis, I think. Although it does come with Aryna struggling physically, but Andreeva is 1 game away from finishing off Sabalenka's semifinal streak at the majors. And what a way to finish it off if Mirra could get there. And I think she has a rather good chance of making the final too. We'll see with Jasmine Paolini. I don't want to kind of sound like I'm like I'm shooting astray at Paolini or something. Like I don't want to I'm not trying to be negative at her. Like she could definitely has a chance in that semi. She's earned her spot in the semifinals, but like Mirra should feel like of all the players she could play in the semis, like, I don't know. It just feels like that's a good semifinal opportunity for her. That just caught the line, by the way, the serve from Sabalenka. So 15-love now standing on the outside. Listen, if Mirra Andreeva wins this in a 3rd set tiebreaker or something, I might threaten to sing another cover of Georgia on My Mind. Part 2. Dude, that would be crazy, actually. If Mirra wins this in a 3rd set breaker or something. Let's see what Sabalenka can do to hold her off. That goes out. 30-love. It'd be absolutely nuts. I don't know what I'd do. I wish I came to the Rybakina and Paolini stream earlier. Yeah, I was not able to watch that match very much, but it seemed like it was a good stream. And it was a good match, but I don't know. Biased as a Rybakina fan, to be honest, but would have liked to see her get around further with all the work she's put in to do well on the surface as well. Forehand, cross court, that goes out. Andreeva is 3 points away from the victory. And I did say that, like, listen, there have been a few comebacks from 30 love down. There have also been 13 breaks in this match. So back in the right place. 2 hours and 24 minutes. Serve Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka. That goes out. It's 2 points away now. Is Sabalenka from the win. Andreeva 2 points away from the victory here. Crazy upset, momentous in women's tennis history potentially. I mean, we can only look at things in the not been above number 30 in the world. She hasn't been above whatever number 38 in the world. But when we look back on this match, this could be like Alcaraz versus Tsitsipas at the U.S. Open. It could be like Federer versus Sampras. Could be something like that. Upset for a young player against a struggling opponent physically, but still she's played phenomenal. But Sabalenka is an absolute fighter, and she hits a back-end winner down the line for 40-30. That is absolutely crazy from Sabalenka, especially because Andreeva is playing very good aggressive tennis. Sabalenka, just like a Yannick Sinner type of just pace generation, just constantly stepping up into the court, even when Mirra is playing such great aggressive shots. 2 hours and 26 minutes on the match clock. Serve from Sabalenka out wide, back into Mirra. We're in Sabalenka. Oh, she missed it. She had the court wide open. She missed it. And I just know that will be deeply disappointing. Umpire seems absolutely, utterly convinced it was out. And it looked way out, honestly, when she hit it. And she should have made it. Sabalenka fans are going to rue that forehand if she can't get out of this game. 2 points away, yet again, Mirra Andreeva. What a moment. Serve, forehand chip of Mirra, forehand drop shots in the net. It's a match point for Mirra Andreeva to get to a semifinal against Jasmine Paolini, having just turned 17 years old in May, or late April, I believe. But anyway, I mean, come on, man. To knock out Aryna Sabalenka before the semifinals, the world number 2, she's reached 6 straight, and it could end at 6. Serve out wide, back in Mirra, forehand big. Mirra can't quite get there. Sabalenka just so stubborn down match point. We've seen that a few times this year. Crazy. Whether that was against Svitolina in Rome, whether that was against Peyton Stearns in Indian Wells, we've seen it a few times. Both these players are going to fight. That first serve goes out. What a big moment here. Serve here from Sabalenka. Backhand of Mirra. Law, backhand Sabalenka. Backhand of Mirra down the line. What a backhand winner down the line. A statement victory. She's had some big victories. She's had some victories over top 10. But I don't know, has she beaten a top 5 player? I don't think Mirra has beaten a top 5 player. And what an opportunity for the young gun, who's played a great match so far. Second match point. Forehand. The forehand. Backhand of Mirra. Forehand of Sabalenka cross court. Forehand Mirra. It's just on sideline. Looked like Mirra questioned it. Backhand lob. That's in! Mirra Andreeva. We have no idea, but potentially echoes of the beginning of tennis history, and it is history at the very least, because I don't have the stat, but she is the youngest Roland Garros semifinalist we've had in a long time. And the thing she's doing at 17, she straight setted Jasmine Paolini in the semifinals of Madrid. She will take on Jasmine Paolini again, and don't underrate Paolini. She is a fighter, but so is Mirra. She should have taken the first set. She could have. And Sabalenka, hard out to her because she was struggling. She was in pain the whole match. So hard out to Sabalenka, who's struggling physically the whole match. But Mirra Andreeva with a momentous victory, incredible shot making, so complete at this age. And her backhand is just immaculate. It is very fitting it ended with a backhand lob. She reads the game so well. She's got such a level head. She has a winning mentality. And she has come to stay at the top of the women's game in a long time, if you ask me. I think she is the real deal. I think she's special. And I think she is the most special player at this age that we've had in maybe a couple decades. That's my opinion. Whether it comes to be true or not, a special victory for her at this age. And hopefully she stays healthy and we'll see what she does in the future. But her present day, a semifinal at Roland Garros and a good chance in the semis. So we'll see what all happens with that. The Russian 17-year-old through to the semifinals in immaculate fashion in a great match against Aryna, full of lots of breaks, a lot of tug of war back and forth. Serves weren't great from either at all, but I mean, if you just look at the winners' errors, there's like 40-something winners, like 27 errors or something like that. Crazy. So appreciate everybody joining in. Please don't forget to subscribe. Quality Shot Tennis if you are new. It's Anthony Hirsch on the commentary, and I'll be here for more. Please don't forget to like the stream as well if you did enjoy it. What an incredible victory. What an incredible victory. Lob. Wow. Yeah. Andreeva got my memo. Right as soon as I saw Mirra in Madrid last year, I knew she was different. Actually, I watched her at the Australian Open final, the girls singles final, because I always watch the boys singles, girls singles. It was Lerner Tien taking on Block X or whatever. The boys final was Andreeva versus Korneva in the girls final. And they played like a 7-5 in the third, and Mirra was just bawling her eyes out after losing that match. Just looked completely just in shock of losing. And she was like, I'm just not going to lose again. I'm going to go to the pros. I'm just going to destroy everybody. She is killing it. What is her live ranking now? But yeah, I mean, she's just great. And her mentality, I think, is her biggest strength, which the mental is like 80% of winning in tennis. So it's the best strength to have. 23 in the world now after that. If she beats Paolini, she will be 16th in the world. 16th in the world, having just turned 17 years old. That's a statement if she could get there. Anyway, amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. Thanks, Lexi. Thank you, everybody. Mirra, that's it. Hey, thanks, Max. Incredible victory. Absolutely, Snowhill. She's the real deal. I really think she is like a real deal. A real deal. I back her 100%. Thanks, Ghost. Peace to all. Even Stefano Setsvas. Peace to y'all later. Hard out to Aryna. She fought well, and she's always just so tough out there, and she even saved a match point or two at the end. But that lob, Sabalenka knew it was done. 6 consecutive semis. It comes to an end. I'm exhausted, to be honest. It was a great match. And yeah, I will see you guys later. It was a lot of fun. No more Frank Sinatra covers. It's done. I'll see you guys at the next one. It was Mirra in 3 sets, 6-4 in the third. Immaculate performance and some great shot making. And she will take on Jasmine Paolini in the semis. Watch out for Mirra Andreeva. She's on the come up. That's a great thing for WTA. See you guys at the next one.
who's